Imagine someone gives you one stick and asks you to break it. Easy, right? Now, imagine they hand you 20 sticks tied tightly together. Could you break them? Today's story says our greatest strength isn't how strong we are alone, it is who stands beside us. Hello everyone, I am Shwe and welcome back to my channel English with Shwe. That image I just gave you, one stick versus 20, comes from one of Aesop's most beloved fables. Aesop, the ancient Greek storyteller who gave us the farmer and the stock last week, is back with another story that is just as powerful. As before, we will learn 5 powerful English words, one famous expression, and I will ask you one question at the end of the story that I really want you to think about. Ready? Let's begin. Long ago, there lived an old farmer. He had worked hard all his life. His fields were green and full, his home was warm, his family had everything they needed. But there was one thing that kept him awake at night: his sons. He had 4 sons and they were good men, but together they could not agree on anything. Who worked harder, who deserved more, who was right and who was wrong. Every small disagreement became a loud argument. Every small crack became a deeper divide. The old farmer watched silently. He had seen this before in other families, in other villages. He knew exactly where this road led, and it worried him. Then, one winter, the old farmer became very ill. He knew his time was short, and he realized before he left this world, he had one final lesson to teach. The next morning, he called his sons to his bedside. One by one, they came and sat beside him. The old farmer reached under his blanket and pulled out a bundle of sticks. Bundle. A bundle is a group of things tied firmly together. The sticks were tied tightly with a strong rope. The farmer placed the bundle on the bed and looked at his sons. "Please," he said, "break these sticks." The oldest son picked up the bundle. He was the strongest of them all. He gripped it hard, pushed, twisted, pulled with everything he had, but he could do nothing. The bundle did not move. Now the second son tried, then the third, then the youngest one came, who always tried hardest to prove himself. But still nothing. Not one of them could break the bundle. They looked at each other, confused and a little embarrassed. The old farmer smiled. It was a gentle smile, not unkind, not knowing. Slowly, he reached out and untied the rope. The sticks fell loose. He picked up one single stick and held it out to his oldest son, who was the strongest, and then said, "Try again." The son barely had to try. He picked it up and snap. The farmer handed the second stick. Snap. The third. Again the same. One by one, every single stick broke easily in seconds. The sons stared at their father. Something was shifting inside them. They did not have words for it yet, but they felt it. The old farmer looked at each of his sons, slowly, one face at a time, and then he spoke, for the last time as their teacher. "My children, when you stand together, no one in this world can defeat you. But if you keep fighting, if you keep pulling away from each other, you will become as easy to break as these single sticks." The room was silent. For the first time, the brothers truly heard each other's silence. Now the lesson was never about the sticks, it was about them. Now, I want to sit with this for a moment because I think this story is not just about brothers. Think about your school, about your workplace, about your friendships, about your family, the teams you have been part of. How often do we let small disagreements become big divisions between each other. We spend so much time trying to prove we are right, and then we forget we are supposed to be on the same side. And here is something that I find very beautiful about this story. The father does not lecture his sons. He does not argue with them. He does not say, "You are wrong, I am right, listen to me, I have more experience of the world, I will tell you this." He simply shows them one bundle, one row, one quiet moment. Sometimes the most powerful lessons don't need words at all. Being united does not mean we always agree with each other. It means we choose not to let our differences destroy what we have built together. Aesop knew this 2500 years ago, and I think we still need to hear it today. Now, time for 5 powerful English words from today's story. Real words that people use every single day, and I would want you to use them too. So, our first word is worried. Worried, when you are worried, you feel anxious because you think something might go wrong. For example, the farmer was worried about his sons. Now, I am worried about my exam tomorrow. Say with me, I am worried. Word second, bundle. A bundle is a group of things tied or held together. He carried a bundle of sticks. She handed me a bundle of papers. Now say with me, a bundle of sticks. Third word is strength. Strength is the power to do difficult things. But remember, today's story teaches us strength is not always physical. Sometimes the greatest strength is in standing together. For example, the bundle had more strength than any single stick. Real strength comes from working as a team. Say with me. Together we have strength. Word 4 is united. United means something joined together as one with a shared purpose or belief. The brothers finally stood united. A united team is very difficult to defeat. Say with me. We are united. And our last word for today is separate. Separate means apart, divided, not together. When the sticks were separate, they broke easily. Don't let small arguments separate good friends. Say with me, don't separate what belongs together. So, 5 words: worried, bundle, strength, united, and separate. And if you would have noticed, united and separate are opposites of each other. Now write them down today and try to use at least one word. Now, before we wrap, I will bring one famous English expression from this story. And this one comes directly from today's story. United we stand, divided we fall. United means together as one, and divided means separated, broken apart. So, united we stand, divided we fall. Now, this expression is also 2500 years ago old, and people still use it today in speeches, teamwork, in moments when a group needs to remember what they are fighting for together. For example, our team was losing until our coach reminded us, united we stand, divided we fall. Remember this one. And now I have one question for you. If you were one of these brothers, would one lesson from a bundle of sticks have truly changed you? Or do you think people only really change after facing something difficult themselves? There is no right answer. I just want to hear what you think. Write in the comments below. I read every single one and I will reply to you today. And try using one of today's 5 words in your comment and I will tell you if you used it correctly. To wrap this up, Aesop was a man who had very little in life, no wealth, no power, no army, just stories. And yet, 2500 years later, we are still sitting here learning from him, and that is what a great story can do. Thank you for being here, and if this story stayed with you, share it with one person today. And if you want a new story every single week, subscribe to English with Shwe. I will see you in the next story. Bye bye.